When my son Niko was young, he always mentioned joining the military service. This early aspiration, filled with innocence and hope, still makes me smile today as I reflect on his journey. Of course, this was back when he loved to play games that involved military stuff. It was clear that all of this enthusiasm came from his influenced Call of Duty games, which he loved playing. But what truly amazed me was his skill. He had become so proficient at these games that I was convinced he could have excelled as a competitive gamer. And then, when he turned 9 years old, my wife and I were fortunate to have our second child, Jed. My son Niko was so happy to finally have a baby brother that he told his mom that he would protect Jed if he made it to the military. I thought it was due to his excitement, so I did not take him seriously then. Years passed, and Niko eventually transitioned to high school. Like any other teenager, he had his ups and downs. But my wife and I were always there to support him, especially in his times of need, and we managed to keep things together and deal with them wisely. While his older cousin Anthony arrived from the Philippines a few years back and eventually joined the United States Navy, Niko's determination to join the military only rekindled the enthusiasm he always carried. But he had other things planned. All this planning came out when he eventually talked to his mom and me about his plan to join the United States Marine Corps. I was initially taken aback by his decision, worried about the risks and challenges he would face. But I also saw the determination and passion in his eyes, and I knew I had to support him. This is when I fully committed myself to helping my son do whatever needs to be done to succeed in his plan. I didn't just offer encouragement, but actively participated in my son's physical training. These were the keys to learning and discovering if he was serious about this, and maybe he would come to his senses. In those coming days, my son and I studied this carefully because it is a life-changing plan for him and his future. I will be honest, reality has started to sink in. I said to myself that this was not a joke and that this was happening. Even though Niko's training had gone on and off for the next 4 years, he continued studying and researching every piece of information he could gather about the Marine Corps. His determination only got stronger after all those years had passed, so this is what impressed me. In those 4 years, a lot could have happened that made his mind change about whether he wanted to join the military, but his consistency and determination always remained strong. This is when I was in awe of my son's intelligence and unwavering determination to achieve his goal. When his older cousin Anthony completed his 4 years of active duty in the United States Navy and the skills he learned while serving the military, which he is currently making as his career, Niko smartly sought additional advice, as Anthony already had experience in the military. And so, Niko went ahead as planned. So, for any of you who plan to join the military, Don't just join the military to prove to yourself that you are tough enough physically and mentally for that reason alone. Don't just join the military to get a good education. Many other ways exist. Why are you joining the military, and what is your end goal? Also, ask yourself this: is it to serve your country? It is the noblest thing to do, right? So, why don't you put yourself to a small test? Let's say put yourself in a situation where all of your conveniences in life are set aside for a week or two. This could mean living without your phone, internet, or bed. Time is also a significant factor in ensuring you remain consistent and determined. This test aims to help you understand the sacrifices and challenges you may face in the military. Don't just try it, experience it. Immerse yourself until you reach the point where realization emerges in you. But you have to be willing, because in the military, once you are in, you are fully committed. Just remember, this is not for the faint of heart. Joining the military is a noble calling, a sacrifice that benefits everyone. It's a pursuit that demands training, discipline, and personal courage. It offers a sense of purpose and meaning that can be hard to find in the civilian world. Those who choose this path deserve our utmost respect for the risks they take to defend our country. To everyone considering this path, know that your potential sacrifice is not taken lightly. Your commitment is valued and your decision is respected.